Alright, YouTube, we finally got out after 50 plus days, 110 or more, and I think it's like 9 days over 115, and we're up in the forest, and we found a spot that looks like it's going to be good. We got our packs. There's absolutely no water in the creek here. So we're going to work this area. Looks like my partner has got a creature. Well, he jumped away. Little frog. Cheryl's harassing him over there. He's under the rock. Careful. A little frog. Don't move it. Don't move it. Believe it or not, that is a frog. Okay, so we're going to do some crevicing off this big piece of bedrock, and obviously there's no water, so this is what we're going to do here. We got our flower pot from Home Depot, and we've brought our cat litter bottle full of water, and so that's how we'll pan out, and we'll probably go through a lot of those. I think I brought, those are 3.5 gallons of water, and I think I got 3 of them. Okay, Cheryl's digging away in the edge of this bedrock. Nice looking cobbles down there in the bottom.
A lot of gravel here. Small.
There you can see, yeah, it's nice looking material. Small, large. It's a little damp. It's not dry enough you could even dry wash it. So this is going to be an undisclosed spot that we're doing, especially if it's good. Okay, so we're supposed to get rain, and I've felt a couple drops already. And up here in the mountains, it does flash flood. So we're going to dig as much as we can, as quick as we can, and get all the gold out of it.
Hope to find some gold. Not, we'll just keep testing.
Yeah, that's the secret to finding the better spots. You got to test. And we do that a lot. We go to a spot and we'll take a pan and just test.
Okay, let's go back.
So this is how it's done.
This is how we do it.
Yeah, we'll have to. We're going to have to use probably 3.5 gallons of pan full. Well, it's good to be out and digging in the dirt. That's what we're supposed to do.
It's been hot and coronavirus, and now we get to play in the dirt a little bit. Find a couple little flakes maybe. Shore some of these rocks off because the mud stuck to them. Pretty good. We have had some rains, keeping the rocks muddy. So I kind of just look at them. Look for the bigger rocks. We've got smaller, and then we've got a gravel in here. And there should be a lot of black sand, which you gotta hand down to. Bring it off. And we're gonna go kind of quick here. Trying to get my safety pan in here just so I can go a little bit faster. Keep it on the riffles. Take it off. Get it down to some refine in the gravel or the black sand. And we can take a look. Gonna be pretty muddy water, so maybe be hard to see if there's any even kind of little tiny color in it. We got a little bit of glare just from the overcast clouds. Not really seeing anything. There might be some super fine, like flour gold there, which floats easy. And
okay, I'm going to put the camera up. It's starting to rain a little bit, and this is not a GoPro. Alright guys, we're moved to a different spot. Cheryl's working down in it now.
okay, what I'm doing here is, this is a piece of bedrock coming up across here, and I'm dropping down on the bottom side where this is going to break away and have some nice little cracks for some fine gold or maybe a nice nugget. I'm going to follow it back because it's starting to drop here a little bit. Got more material. I pulled some bigger rocks out of this area right in here, and I'm going to break as much of this away as I can. And I've already, I guess you can probably see this. This is a nice gravel hard pack that's down in here, and this greenish, if you can see it on the camera, I'm not sure. It turns to kind of a greenish, broken, you break it up, a greenish schist. This is a really nice place for gold to deposit. And that's kind of, when you're crevicing, you want to look for stuff like this. See how this is just pulling back, and it's got some clay in it, so that's very good for holding the gold. So just a little tip for when you're out crevicing, something to look for. You come along, you can find a piece of bedrock, start watching for where it drops down and where the material has packed in on it, like this. Doesn't necessarily have to be down in the pocket, but that would be more of the pattern for the gold being heavier to come down and stick in this clay. So just a little tip for everyone. We'll pan this out and see if we have anything in it.
And obviously it's starting to rain. You see it on the rocks here. I've already got my raincoat on, as you probably can't see, but you can see my arm. So this isn't a GoPro again, so I'm going to turn it off.
Okay guys, so I just showed you where we were down in the crevice, the bedrock there, where the bedrock is breaking up some of the schist layer here. This is what it looks like. It's kind of a greenish schist up in this area. And this is like the clay that's come out of the bottom of that hole and along in the crack. Now that was just a little small area, but when you look for something like that and you get this kind of material to pan out, you're more than hopefully able to find some gold. Hopefully a nice nugget. So let's pan this and see what we can get. We'll go kind of fast. As Chuck said, see how the mud here's, and it even looks like there's a piece of gold stuck right there to that. See, that's the clay in that, but I'm thinking it's just a piece of gravel. But that's a good reason to get these rocks that you dug out of that hole washed off really good on your screen. And this is a 1/4 inch screen, which is the size I like to use. Some people like to use a smaller because then they can keep the smaller gravel in it. But I'm used to panning that off, so I'm not seeing anything here. Would be awesome someday, wouldn't it, to find one like this in here to have in your collection, but would want it to be the gold color. Okay, all right, so let's kind of stir around a little bit. Got a lot of muddy water here, but this is kind of, you can break the clay. I got back to my safety pan here. It's a pretty good habit. in case you're a little nervous and you think you might pan it off, but you can always pan what's in your tub if you take it home and pan it. So everybody keep their fingers crossed, say a little prayer maybe, and let's see if there's anything in here. Ooh, we got muddy water. So maybe if I give it a little cleaner water.
Yeah, now you got cleaner muddy water.
Cleaner muddy water. Boy, and we got a really overcast day here, so you know, I almost got to get my face down here in the pan. And look. So you're not going to be able to see this, but there is, and it's staying there. It's so tiny. I don't think Chuck can get it on
Let me zoom on it.
Zoom. Actually, there's quite a few super fine, and you can see that that little tiny piece there is not moving. I run the water around. Here's your black sand. It's moving across it.
Don't move the pan.
And it does move down a little bit, but it's like super tiny there, but that's a good sign because I only took like a couple little shovelfuls out of that, picked it up and panned it out. Okay, just I hope you enjoyed.
Okay.
Okay, I went to a little bit bigger pick. For you ladies, this might be a little bit too big, but it's a little bit easier to kind of bear down on a little bit bigger rock, like right in here, which I'm trying. It's kind of stuck in the schist here a little bit, so.
And that pick, we found that on the road a few years ago. Somebody had run over and bent the handle, so I cut the bend out of it and re-welded it, so it's a nice short pick now that's easier to handle.
And I'm kind of stubborn when it comes to a rock.
Okay, new position so you can see better.
So I'm kind of stubborn when it comes to a rock that's stuck along in this schist like this, that you can get it busted out, and because it got laid in there in the flood, and I might not win on this one. Might have to have Chuck get this out of here, but just an example of the different size of picks. Ladies, this is a fun way to come and just dig if you like to dig in the dirt and be out in the outdoors. Today it's in the rain. Feels good because it's been nice and hot. Can't get it, so.
There you can.
This
moving.
is pretty good for a broken wrist a year and a half ago. It's coming there. All right. Kind of, see? Has some wet, a little bit of clay on the bottom of it. Hopefully maybe holding a nice little nugget in there. We'll see. See how hard pack. And this is a nice clay. Gravel in the clay. And that, if you can see, this is your bottom of your schist. It's sort of a, I don't know how well it's going to show up.
It's raining pretty hard there. I'm going to kill the camera.
Okay, so here I am again getting this clay mash down. As you can see, you can actually sort through those rocks and look at how that's the clay. That's a good thing for gold to stick into. But this is fun, just getting out, playing in the dirt and the mud. Hopefully finding some gold or a place to come back to and throw a dredge in it. And then the gold heavies down to this back riffle again. Try and keep it on your back riffle. So this is a second run at it before the big rainstorm hits here. Let's just take a look. I'm going to try to... Really, when it's overcast and cloudy, it's almost hard to see. I didn't even see a speck in that.
There's an old saying, one more time, one more dredge, one more pan. And so Cheryl's doing one more pan, so we're going to wait and see how this one comes out. The rain has just pulled back a little bit, so got the camera back out.
Okay, this is my third pan in that hole where it's running along the bedrock, and I just kept digging down. I got a lot of gravel in here. Probably need to pan it down just a little bit more. Okay, alrighty. Here we go, guys.
Oh no, there's one you can see.
There's one. There we go.
Let me zoom. Don't move. Yeah, too much.
Okay.
There it is. Nice little guy. Little chunky picker.
Wow, that's I hope this was a good tip. This time I finally got to a little spot working down through that caliche, or that bedrock schist. It's got clay on all the gravel. You can see that the gold, a nice piece of gold stuck in there. Hallelujah.
Alright guys, that's it.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
If you like this, give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.